Team Jackson, what's happening? So yesterday I posted a video titled The 14 Signs That He's Not Single, basically articulating the difference between the man who has the capacity to build something new with a woman and the man that doesn't, due to his strings attached to his ex or his past or whatever situation is demanding too much of his time, energy, and attention to effectively allocate that to something new. Now, one of the points that I made drew quite a bit of ire and criticism, which I've grown to be okay with, but I still want to address. I said, if a man says that he's going to take his kids on a vacation to the beach, but his kid's mom will be spending the vacation with them as well so that they could take family pictures, then that man ain't single. Now, I expected the pushback from the brothers because we all know dudes love using their kids as an excuse to try and or actually sleep with their child's mom. But it was the feedback from the women that caught my attention. One in particular who said, well, me and my husband were married for 16 years and we had 2 kids together. At the time that we split, they were 10 and 4. So we still do things as a family because we will always be a family. And any man that's not okay with that doesn't truly love me or have my kids as a priority, in which case I don't want him. Now, before I go forward, let me say this. Whatever you want to do with your co-parenting situation or for your kids, that's on you. Do whatever you want. Except lie on co-parenting. Co-parenting is when 2 adults do what's necessary for the healthy raising of a child, not 2 adults who still act as if they are in a relationship in a conjoined family, because you're not a conjoined family. Like, I am a fan and I'm a big advocate of doing what's necessary for the kids and keeping the kids a priority. I always say that a woman or a man should never use the kids as a pawn in order to spite the other parent. But in the same way I say that is the same way I say don't use the kids as a pawn in order to stay connected to the other parent. Keeping the kids a priority means meeting the kids' needs, not wants or whatever it is that you say that they want. For instance, kids want to stay up till 2 in the morning. Kids want to eat candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Kids also want to cuss you out when you tell them they can't have the candy at the customer checkout line in the grocery store. But if you let the kids do, say, or have whatever they want, that's not you keeping them a priority. That's you being weak and using the kids as an excuse. So sometimes you're going to have the kids that want to still see mommy and daddy be together and do things as a conjoined family unit. But if you do so, you're not keeping the kids a priority. You're being weak and not letting go of the future that you had planned with that other co-parent. Just call it what it is. For instance, any woman that's listening to this, and I don't care if you have kids or not, I want you to answer this next question. Let's say hypothetically, you marry a man. He was a single father at the time that you met him, but he was taking care of all the kids' needs. And here comes the biological mother wanting to come back into the picture and co-parent because she wants a relationship with her child. Now, if you are a reasonable woman, you will be okay with that. No problem whatsoever. Co-parenting is fine and shouldn't conflict with the marriage that you have with your man. But one day your man comes to you and says, you know what, babe, I think I want to take the kids to the Bahamas for a couple of days. And the kid's mom is also going to join us because we're going to do this thing as a family. Would you be okay with that? Or if he said camping, we're going to go camping for the weekend. And the kid's mom and I, we're going to be there with the kids, all camping together as a family. 99% of you, if you're being honest with yourself, are saying, no, that's not okay. You do that if y'all are still a family, but now the family construct has changed. We're a family now. Y'all are not in a relationship. We are. And I can already hear somebody saying, well, the difference there is they weren't already doing it. They weren't already in a relationship. But if they're already doing that, that's different. No, that actually proves my point. What they were already doing is acting as a couple. They were also still having sex. They were also still procreating and expanding that family. They were also having family dinners and family prayers together so that they could stay together. They were doing a lot of things. But whenever you break up, that breaks up as well and you stop. Now you do only what's necessary for the kids. Now, this is not to say that as co-parents, you need to have beef with that co-parent. You could totally be cordial. And I think you should be doing certain events with the kids, but only the ones where supporting the child is the primary, if not the only reason y'all are even in the same space. Like, for instance, graduations, sporting events, God forbid the kid goes to the hospital for pneumonia or something like that, or if the kid's getting baptized. Those types of things where you're supporting the child. I would even stretch so far to say birthday parties should be included in that. But I think on neutral ground would be best. Not at one co-parent's house or the other, where the other co-parent's spouse or partner can't even come. But when supporting the child is the primary, if not the only reason, that's fine. All the extracurricular stuff, no. That's you still holding on to the emotions or whatever plans you have with that co-parent. Now, don't call it what it ain't, just so you can have an excuse to hold on to what it once was. Co-parenting is two separate adults doing what's necessary for the child, not fulfilling their own needs through the child. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.